meeting to order at this time. The hour is 6 p.m. Having arrived Thursday, January the 30th, 2025. This is a special meeting. I'm sorry. This is a special meeting conducted by the County Commission this evening concerning the future of water and wastewater services in Logan County. Presiding over your meeting this evening is our President, Ms. Diane Barnett, County Commissioner Jack Dickerson, and Commissioner Eric Ford. Commissioners, your meeting is now in session. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. You can hear me, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for coming. We're going to open the meeting as usual with prayer by Herbie Pruitt and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Eric Porter.
Father, once again we come to you, Father, Lord, to give you all the glory and the praise that you so righteously deserve. Father, we ask, Lord, that you would open up our eyes that we can see, our ears that we hear. And Father, speak to our hearts tonight, God, as we go through this meeting. God, touch each and every one, and we'll never fail to give you the praise, the glory, and the honor. We ask it in your wonderful name. Amen. Amen.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So let me start by saying thank you all for coming. We really do appreciate you taking the time to come out and voice your opinions. It's your water company, it's your utilities. We are truly interested in what you have to say. Tonight's meeting is meant to inform the public about the current conditions of both PSDs and the information that West Virginia American Water has shared with us. We will begin by having Buffalo Creek PSD address the audience, followed by Logan County PSD providing their information. Afterward, we will open the floor for public comments. You will have 2 minutes to speak your comments. Please note that while we welcome your feedback, we will not be able to answer any questions tonight. And thank you again for your participation. We will, however, have another meeting. And at that time, we don't have, the information we're sharing with you is all the information we have. So when we gather more information, we will have another meeting, and at that time, we'll be able to answer some of your questions. Okay, first is Buffalo Creek PSD.
First of all, where do we start? Once again, I'm Herbie Pruitt. I'm the General Manager of Buffalo Creek PSD. I've been there over a year, and we ourselves know that this did not happen overnight. This has been an ongoing process, but just to give an illustration of just a little bit of the year that we have been here. Back in December of last year, we had to reroute a water line, which was over $100,000. We had to reroute that about 900 feet. We had a leak that we couldn't get to because it was in the creek. We had to spend $110,000. The sewer plant has on its last legs. We've spoken over the years and was letting everybody know, keeping it afloat. In the last couple of weeks, we spent over $600,000 to put in new RBCs. The RBCs is just a Band-Aid. It is the process that we use to treat the water. They're called rotating biological contactors. But any utility that you see either has an SBR or a VLR. They are outdated. Every part that we get, it's either too big on the shaft, which is causing it to break. At one point in time, it was absolutely every week something was breaking, and sometimes 3 times a week. We would fix it, so we have been throwing money left and right. The lift station, our lift station has completely went down. We had to purchase a $70,000 trash pump to keep it going, which is just it's not a permanent fix. It is a temporary fix until we can get the lift station. The county commission had allotted us $1 million to build the lift station, and as the process went on, everything that was going on, we waited, nothing was being done, waiting on this thing to happen, waiting on the engineer to get everything put in, and now we've had to dip into the money that the county commission, with their permission, I went to them and talked to them and asked them. So we had to take that $600,000 out of the $1 million that we had for the lift station. So that has left us with the $70,000 pump. That has left us with $615,000 left. And we just got the report back that to get the new lift station is going to be $715,000. So there, once again, we are short. How long will it last? Nobody knows. I've said it time and time that we are one heartbeat away from a total disaster. Not just saying a disaster in the Triadelphia, but we know where the Guyandotte River flows. Not only will it hit the Guyandotte and flow, but we're looking at it backing up in homes and shutting down churches, schools, businesses. This is not a crying wolf. This is serious. It could go down at any possible moment. In the midst of all of that, we have a computer that has crashed at the water plant, which was $26,000. Well 20 has broken, and we spent $26,000 getting Farley Drilling in here to pull the pump, and as they was pulling the pump broke. So we're going to have to figure out another way that we can get that well back up. Drives have went down. It's just absolutely wear and tear on our system. When Buffalo Creek was first designed, it was designed for a 750,000 flow plant. And over the years, as we've upgraded and they've put projects on, we are flowing 1.2 million in a 750,000 plant. So you can see a plant that is already 50 years old now has not just a little bit of a load put on it, but it's got a tremendous load that has been put on. So it is tearing up every single day. And we keep throwing money left and right. And then on top of all that, the project that was put in is a $12,000 project. The Taplin-Ritta job is $12,000. We haven't got any income from that, and we have paid going on 6 payments on that. That has really put us in a financial state. When we begin to look at the rates of everything, I begin to look, and a minimum bill that we have is, let me find it here. In other words, there should have been, as projects was going, there should have been a big increase. Not a big increase, but over the years. It's been several years since they had an increase. We're probably one of the lowest utilities. Matter of fact, for water and sewer, the minimum up to 2,000 gallons is $59.56. If you would add that up, we only have 1,600 customers. There's no possible way that we could absolutely raise the rates so high that because we've got people on fixed incomes, they're not going to get any more money. They're on fixed incomes, they can't receive it. So just for an example, we would have to raise our rates to a minimum of $110 minimum water bill. That's 0 to 2,000 usage. And that would give us approximately $8,000 that we could play with. And anybody that is in this field knows that $8,000 is not going to take you anywhere. One water leak and you're shot. So that gives you an illustration of what we would have to raise the rates to be. We've got 1,625 customers is what we have. So not only are we in infrastructure failure, we are in financial difficulty. And when I'm telling you that it is not crying wolf, I'm telling you that the power company, the chemicals that are used to treat the water, we are getting calls every day. We are behind on the chemicals, we're behind on the power. We got, last month for example, we got $146,000 that we received in payments. We paid out $185,000. So, and this is not including the power, this is not including the chemicals, because we've had to wait because of the bonds, everything. I've got a list of everything that we have to pay. But the town of Man, the water and sewer, the rate is $53.10 for both. It is $26.34 for 76 for water. So you can see how low that the rates are. But the main reason that I'm here is because we cannot wait. We have to have help, not tomorrow, but yesterday. We absolutely are in a pickle. This thing could go at any given time. It's not only going to affect us, like we said, but our friends in Logan County, they draw from this same river. And we know that it doesn't just flow in the Man area, it doesn't flow in the Logan area. How far will it go? It's going to be a statewide disaster. If this thing is could go down at any given minute. And I'm transparent. I don't hide anything. If anybody was to call and talk, we're doing our very best to keep that thing afloat, to keep it up, and but we just wanted the public to know how serious that it is. It's not a time issue of we can wait a month. We're behind already. So this month we haven't received. We've got just an illustration. February the 1st coming up, we got $36,000 in bonds. February the 6th, we got the Huff Creek bond, which is $15,597. That's not including the payroll that we pay every month of $50,000. February the 5th, we've got our taxes and our insurance and our retirement, which is $23,000. The bills alone is over $70,000 a month. That's not including the payroll. That's just your power bill. That's all of our bills. The CWCR report that we are supposed to be paying in, we're getting calls about that because we are unable to put in the amount of money that we are. We may put in 100 this month, but most of the time it's zero. And we're so far behind on that they have called and they're pretty upset about that, but there's nothing that we can possibly do. Like I said, the December bill, just like last month, we received $146,000. We paid out $180,000. So you see, for the last 2 months, not paying bills, we're still in the hole. And it's simply Huff Creek takes care of itself. We don't make extra money, but it takes care of itself. The customers that we have on the Huff Creek project we're paying the $12,000, which has left us in a hole. That's not the $180,000. Let me say this: that's not including the payroll and all of the insurances and the bonds and the power and the chemicals and the gas that we have to fill for our trucks, going to check for leaks. We're going to customers. But now we've got an added expense with the trash pump that we've got to fill up twice a day, and we're paying about $5,000 a month for it. So that's about all I can say. Just wanted the public to understand and realize that this is not a cry for wolf. It's not trying to see who would come to our rescue and laugh about it. It's a serious matter. Not only is it going to affect us, but it's going to affect families. It's going to affect schools, our businesses. Talking about a ghost town. If nothing is done, then that's where we're headed. Thank you.
Okay, next we'll hear from Logan County PSD.
Good evening. My name is Mike Stone, and I'm a board member for the Logan County PSD. The board of the Logan County PSD is opposed to the sale of West Virginia American Water. My understanding is they're not interested in Buffalo Creek as a standalone sale. And we're willing to work with them, with Buffalo Creek, to find a solution to the issues and the problems they're having and help do anything we can to help alleviate any of those. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, so we're ready for public comments. I think Aaron is going to take the microphone around so everybody gets a chance to voice their opinions. I think we have a list somewhere. Who has the list? Okay.
Mr. Clerk. Okay, you have 2 minutes. We already went over that. First person on the list, quite a few of you here, so Gerald Sloan. I'm coming to you.
My name is Gerald Sloan II. I'm a lifelong resident of Buffalo Creek. I've been dealing with the PSD up here for over 20 years. I believe that we should keep our PSDs here in Logan County. I would be for a merger with the Logan County PSD due to the mismanagement of Buffalo Creek, which I could go to anyone that wants to come to me after this, because 2 minutes is too short to be able to explain what's going on. But there's been malfeasance and things going on in Buffalo Creek for years. I've been before the county commission before this. They know this, and they should have been involved in this way before now. Yep. Thank you.
Next we have Leslie Cabell.
Sure. Okay, we do have in Chapmanville a water system that's not being utilized to help take the restraint off of you and the Logan PSD. That has been taken from Chapmanville. So if you can get that up and running, that'd be great. The funds that have been taken from Logan County regarding rerouting the water systems needs to stop, and it stops with us in this room right here. They are liable, okay? They don't want you to think that, and they want to gaslight you that this big deal with American Water that is actually run by globalists. They can say that it's not a German company. No, it's not. It's a trustee company. Okay? BlackRock, all of those. Okay? If we don't put our foot down now, they're going to win. Okay? And then they're going to shut off our water. You just seen how they're hanging him out to dry. They're making him the scapegoat. He's telling you he's an outcry. I know we've got men out here that have equipment. What if we all show up and we help him do whatever we got to do? I don't care if I need to dig a ditch. If we can't take care of our own county because where they have put us, then guess what? We're toast. I suggest the people on this board right here give us their resignation this evening. You're in breach of your oath of office that you took to the people of this county. You have allowed us, you have had, what, 4 years? You have had how long? 2. How long have you had?
Just got on in January.
Okay, 4 years. So guess what? You've known the longest. And you're the one that's heading up and telling everybody that you're sick of the headache, that you just want out of it. Yeah, we got it documented. We got a lot. I have actually been on the phone with Morsi, the AG's office. Do you not know that American Water has had a lawsuit with Ken Paxton and at the Supreme Court of the United States? That's who you want these people to have as a water company. You know, I don't understand.
I know we're quite spirited, but we really do want to give it 2 minutes here, okay? I will give you 2 minutes. It's going to be a legit 2 minutes. So let's make sure everybody has an opportunity. James Blunt.
Right here. I'm going to be short. She took my time. I'd like to thank Eric Porter because he come to our church and did some good things over there. He's doing a good job. That's me on Eric Porter. I don't know the rest of these people. What I'd like to say is why the hell did they not send, we get a water bill every month, why couldn't they have sent us a notification that this was going on? I only heard about it a few days ago. Yeah. My neighbor told me about it. I talked it over with my pastor. He said, you need to go down there. But there's a lot of people, like I said, on fixed income. How are they going to get by? I'm on Social Security. I'm 78 years old. I barely make ends meet. You know, that's need to be considered. And why can't we get the federal government involved? They got money to send all around the world. Let's fix America. Let's fix our infrastructure. I don't give a damn about Afghanistan or Mexico or all these other places. Put the American tax dollars right here.
Right here.
Put our tax dollars right here. I don't mind paying for water, but I don't want to be robbed on water. Then that's all I got to say. Thank you for your time.
Jimmy Atkins. I'm going through the list, all right?
Oh, I didn't, I don't count. No, they had to rest. Oh, I will agree with these people. I think that we need to keep our PSD here in Logan County. You know, I'm tired of these companies coming here and buying things up, like our cable companies and our power company. You've got to get on the phone, you've got to call and talk to a computer or something like that to get something done. You know, I think that everything should stay right here in Logan County. And I know the PSD at Maine is in trouble, but it didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to be cured overnight. So we need to start working on it and get things done.
You had to hang on. We have another one. Another Atkins. Is it Elise or Eddie Atkins? Eddie Atkins? Put a hand up. Oh, I see him now.
All I want to say is I've been going to county commission meetings for the last 3 or 4 years, and I hear about all the infrastructure money that's supposed to be coming in here. And yeah, we get a little bit of internet. We got some internet work done and some down money. But not once did I see any of this money go to any of these PSDs to upgrade their systems. Now, here we are now. I know for a fact that the Buffalo Creek PSD sewage plant for the last 2 years, that's all they talked about is getting $15 million to upgrade it. Well, guess what? It's never happened. So here we are now, we're in dire straits. We're looking for people to come here to bail us out. But listen, we need to find out where these monies are. We need people to get grants here to get us up and running. And I really feel that I'm a lifelong resident of Buffalo Creek, and I was there when the PSD was put in. Oh, it was nice. And they told us, you know, oh, we won't raise your rates and all that. But listen, we're in the 21st century. We understand that things have to kind of go up a little. We understand that. Like I said, people are on fixed incomes. And all I want to say is listen, if there's infrastructure money out there, why isn't our county working on this? Or why aren't we talking to our upper people? Where's our senators and our House of Delegates? And where's our other people that's supposed to be representing us? That's all I've got to say. And thank God y'all let me speak. Thank you.
Next on the list is William Lesher. Oh. Keep going down further here.
William Lesher, like I said, I live in Lake, and with other people, just found out about this like yesterday. You know, and it seems like our commissioners will be more transparent for what is going on with our county. That's just like when they was wanting to, well, they said they wasn't, but it was going to make us get permits to paint our porch. But we need to be informed about what's going on. And it says here it's not a German company. It's not. It's a global equity firm based in Paris and London, Apex. So in case anybody was wondering about that, where I live in Lake, I was tickled to death when they put public water up there 20 years ago. Never been anything said us about a sewer system. You know, we're still peeing in the creek, as they say. But I just wonder if there's any plans to expand that. And I would like to know if American Water buys this, where's that money go? The how many million?
County's pocket.
$153 million. Where will that money go? Is what I want to know. And I'm curious as to why West Logan is separate from everything else in the area. And but if they have to increase my roads, make our system better, I like local things. I like getting a boiled water advisory phone call or a text or an email. You know, I like calling and being able to talk to somebody local that I can understand. But I do think the commission should be more transparent with us about things that are going to affect us and not let us find out about it a day or two ahead of a meeting. That's all. I believe that's all I've got. I thought I was going to have some questions, apparently not. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lesher. Frank Priest.
I live in the Mill Creek area, and we haven't had water too awful long down through there. But I believe Logan County PSD is one of the newer ones in the area. Our equipment and our lines shouldn't be that old to need all this stuff that West Virginia American Water says we need. This thing would be a golden calf for the commission. Takes a load off their shoulders, gives them millions of dollars to play with on something else. They're the ones that brought us the water. They should be the ones responsible for raising the rate every now and then. You can't get a vote every time by telling people, we won't raise your rates. But listen, all these things and these slick brochures that we picked up out there that West Virginia American Water is going to do, who do you think is going to pay for it? Anybody that reads the paper, anybody that watches the news. West Virginia American Water, we're going to put in a new fire hydrant we need to raise. Every 6 months you watch the news. Old Kent Carpenter used to tell them over in Charleston, but he didn't get anywhere. But this thing has to stop. It has to stop here. It's our system. It's your responsibility to raise a rate if you need some money and to take care of things and not play politics with it. Thank you.
Roger Atkins.
I'm in the Hen Lawson area. I'd like to thank all you guys and ladies that's already spoke, because you just basically said what I really wanted to say. But the county commission, I would like to hear more, some way other than Facebook, about what they're doing about getting this problem to us, other than putting it on a bill and not hearing nothing else about it. I think we need to have better communication in Logan County and Buffalo, wherever this exists. That's all.
Danny Crum?
Yes, I'm a long time visitor on the line. I don't need a mic.
Go ahead.
I just revamped when I left down at the
Guyan Machinery Innovative Screen Technology. And they come up in the high bay and asked for Danny Joe Butch Crime, and that's me. They bought a reducer up there that was down on their machine, suey machine. That machine was 200 some foot across the center, not like these little teeny ones y'all got here. And that had all them things going down in the tub, and that's what drove that, pulverized that thing that couldn't get nowhere in the country. I said, let me take a look at it, and I'll come up with something. Well, I did come up with something. They said, how long can we get it? And I said, I can have it to you in like 2 or 3 days. They couldn't get nowhere in the country. Got it, went down there, and it was $18,000. They was tickled to death, and that's what drove all that thing. And them little ones you got around here that goes real slow, them ones you got are only that deep. That down there was 20 foot up in the air, 200 foot across, and I had another one right beside it. And before I left down there, that worked so good, and I got one that was cone drive, which is a lot better reducer than everybody around mechanical will know what cone drive is. And they turned right around the following week and ordered a spare for the other side. The way they work down there, that run whole pipe count. They run that for 6 months, and then they downed that and fired the other one up, did maintenance on the other. It was so high when they tear him down that they had machine bolts that go in there and they put them bobcats in there. And, okay, but anyway, we did all the time.
That's 2 minutes, I'm sorry. All right. Jimmy Porter, James Porter.
Hello, James Porter, man. I'm a customer of Buffalo Creek PSD, and also I'm a customer of American Water. I'm probably the only person in this room is a customer of 2 PSDs. I have shared a copy of my latest bill of American Water with you, and you all like to see it. The Commissioner's got my latest bill. I have it to share with you. I use under 2,700 gallons of water at my Charleston location, 6808 minimum. Okay, 6808. No sewer. My sewer company is Dunbar PSD. Now, what you're looking at, you need solutions. The 22nd, Buffalo Creek PSD sent a letter to the County Commission. I had a FOIA, get it from the Buffalo Creek PSD, but the commissioners gave it to me yesterday. Buffalo Creek has given up. Mr. Sloan back there is going to try to get on the agenda, not this next County Commission meeting, thereafter, to ask the County Commission to dissolve Buffalo Creek PSD. Mr. Pruitt also signed it in their board saying due to financial issues. The board member, Mr. Mike Stone, said they'll do whatever they can. I have a proposal to combine Buffalo Creek with Logan County PSD so we can have local control. Raise Logan County PSD residents up a little, raise Buffalo Creek up a little. I think it will generate $1.4 million. I believe Logan County PSD can do it, this county, with $1.4 million. I propose to keep Mr. Pruitt and the other Buffalo Creek employees there to manage the system countywide.
Joseph Vance.
Thank you. I am a Logan County PSD customer on Route 44. I'm also a licensed professional civil engineer in the state of West Virginia, so I appreciate the plight that you have on Buffalo Creek. Inaction is not an option at this point. But looking at West Virginia American Water, I just want to remind everybody, remember Elk River, how they handled that. And think about the things that we did with on a day-to-day basis. We've heard their evaluation of our systems. I want to encourage the County Commission, do a third-party analysis, get somebody who has no stake in the game, and let the county make the decision. These are our systems, as Madam President has said, and we want to be part of making these decisions, is what I want to ask for. We are willing, I'm willing, I can say, to pay more to help Buffalo Creek, but I'm, like everybody else, I want to keep it local. I think Mr. Porter's proposal is great, but just to close with this, with a biblical reference, Eve took the serpent's word for it that she would be like God. How did that work out, taking one-sided information? Let's do our due diligence. Let's make decisions based on the truth and what's best for Logan Countyans, not a private entity. Because once we sell it, we have no say anymore. Thank you.
Brenda Lusk. Okay. That's it? That's everybody. That's everybody that signed up.
Okay, so I wanted to just say a couple things, and we're all going to have some closing remarks. We do not desire to sell your water companies. We have a responsibility to give you the information that we have. They approached us. You deserve to have all the information that we have. That's what we wanted to do. There's not one of us up here that wants to sell the water company to American Water. But we have to give you that option. For us to say no to that much money without letting you tell us that's what you want to do is completely wrong. That's why we had this. As soon as we got the information, we give it to you. So I think there's been a little bit of confusion. We do not desire to sell this. We want to hold on to this. We've been talking with Logan County PSD for a while. 4 years ago, I asked the other commissioners if we could combine the two. There was no reason to have to. I was shot down. I've been trying to work on this for 4 years. Mr. Dickerson here, he's come on board, and Eric's come on board, and I'm going to let them give their closing arguments. Not arguments. We're all in this together. I have Logan County Water. I don't have sewer yet, but I think these guys are doing a great job. They're doing the best they can. We have yet to take the rate increases that was necessary in the previous years to get to where we needed to be. The can was kicked down the road. We can't kick it any further. We've got to do something. We will give you every bit of the information that we get. We will not withhold any information, so you all can help us make that decision. I don't want this decision on me. I'm talking about my grandchildren. The sins of the father will be visited on their children. I don't want my grandchildren to have to pay $300 and $400 a month for water. So, with that being said, I'm going to let Mr. Dickerson say some closing arguments.
First, I'd like to thank you for your presence here this evening. To answer one of the points that was made here, to give you some information, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, you called me on Thursday of last week and said, hey, what do you think about having a public meeting that includes both of the PSDs? And I said, pal, that's a heck of an idea. So this has not been in the works, and you haven't been left in the dark for any length of time. We have an obligation to announce a public meeting 2 days, 2 business days prior to. That's what you were given, folks. 2 days prior to. So we haven't known about this. Look, there are things that have to happen in order to hold such a meeting. We had to okay it with Principal Stanley. Aaron Stone was gracious enough to help us out with the PA, the audio, the video, those types of things. You can't just snap your fingers and make these things happen, folks. These are things that take a little bit of planning. And you have to understand those types of things. Now, as far as the length of time that we have had to address these situations, you have to understand, folks. Born and raised Buffalo Creeker. I look out here and I see a number of folks that I have known virtually my entire life. If there's anybody on this planet that I want to see helped, it's the people who are from Buffalo Creek, who've experienced, myself included, a great deal of tragedy in life, and this is the last thing that they need, because doing without a public utility like water is tragic. We understand that. But there's no magic wand, and there's, it's like the old joke. Someone knocks on the door, and it's, hey, we're from the federal government, we're here to help. So, to just allay all of your fears, we, and I'll speak for the collective, we have no desire to sell to West Virginia American Water. Zero. What we're doing is giving you the information that we have. How many of you actually knew the condition that Buffalo Creek PSD was in? That's very few hands, folks. That's why I heard he's here. That's why we're here.
The problem we have is this is a 6-month study, and you said you gave us our time with a 2-day notice for a meeting about American Water, but this takes time to put together. This isn't something you just found out about. This is something that's been in the works. It takes engineers. It takes a lot of
Yes, sir, I agree.
We want transparency. We want you to tell us when something like this is going on.
That's what we're doing here, sir.
It should have been done then.
Should have been done a long time ago.
We got this January 7th.
It should have been done when you all had that, when they were in here doing it.
I found out about this less than 24 hours ago.
3 weeks ago, we got a place.
6 months ago, they
And
started
did we
that.
announce this on WDOW?
Yes,
How long did we announce this on WDOW?
a day before yesterday.
Do you know how far you could read?
And this is 6
With
months
the
old.
DOW, you can't do it to a client.
Okay. This is there again. Listen, we listened to your comments, and I'm trying to explain our situation and our position.
Did you know about Buffalo Creek PSD? How long did you know?
How long have I known about Buffalo Creek PSD? Herbie, when did you first come to?
He just didn't be going wild.
Probably a year.
What have you done?
A year.
Well, sir, we're trying to remedy that now. As a commission, we provided them with $1.1 million.
So do you deny the fact that you're going up on Buffalo Creek? I'm a lifelong resident of Buffalo Creek as well. So do you deny the fact that you're going to the people of Buffalo Creek PSD and telling them that this is a good thing to sell West Virginia American Water?
No, sir.
We have not.
No, sir.
I've had several people make that comment.
Well, see, that's part of the problem. There are folks that like to spread innuendo, falsehoods, and just out and out lies, sir.
Oh, sir.
Excuse me.
Sir,
Hold
we
up.
get a commitment from the county commission that you will not sell our water system.
Ms. Barnett does say. Okay, so
I'm asking you, are you going to sell it or keep it? It's a simple answer. Yes or no, without any more meetings. You should be able to answer that tonight. You shouldn't be stuttering or nothing. You should say, folks in Logan County, 32,000 of you, you own the water system, we're not going to sell it. I would tell these people the truth tonight. Not wait another meeting.
I ain't telling them the truth, sir.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You guys are going to wait and do another meeting on top of another meeting.
Mr. Dickerson,
Yes.
Mr. Dickerson, can we ask the commission, can they commit to not selling before doing proper third-party due diligence?
Sir, I appreciate your politeness, and the very conversation that we had at the very beginning of this is this. Mr. Jacobs, you and your wife, hate to call you out, what were my comments to you?
We will have.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know what, that's exactly what we want. We've got, here's what we've dealt with. We had basically 2 representatives from West Virginia American Water come and give us a tentative proposal. No real harsh numbers.
That's when you should have said no.
What's all this about?
Or told us.
That's what they gave us, sir. That's the tentative proposal. That's what I'm talking about.
Why did you want to take if they give you all of this, they bound to have been very much involved. They've got pictures of everything that you've got. That's already a picture.
Okay, let me explain to you what's going on, sir. Right now, Mingo County's in a lot worse shape. West Virginia. Okay, hold on. Let me explain. See, I don't understand here's what I don't really understand in these meetings. We're working with you and for you, but see that's part of the problem. That mentality, that attitude right there, that is part of the problem.
Why would we ever vote you back in? You're sitting here calling us and talking down to us when we own this place. You work for us. I mean, and the deal with Mingo, they squandered all of their grant. Every bit of their grant, they squandered away. You can check into that if you want to. It's a fact.
Who's they, sir? Us?
You mentioned Mingo. I didn't.
Okay,
you wondered what happened to Mingo. They had
that.
a grant that they squandered away.
I'm using it as an example.
And he said this didn't happen overnight. You act like you just found out about it. You live on Buffalo Creek.
No, I don't
This is a
live on
problem
Buffalo
that
Creek.
he explained that's been going on for years.
Here's what I know. The system on Buffalo Creek was put in after the flood. I'm going to approximate 1974. There's been very little upkeep on that system since, sir.
You won't run it.
Well, it sounds like somebody needs.
We don't run it, man.
You run Buffalo.
They govern it.
You all own Buffalo PSD. If you got into office, that information was there, and it's been there for years. These people have called, these people have said, he has come to you guys, and now you're telling us that we shouldn't be upset, and we shouldn't be taking this serious, and we're beneath you guys, because you just told us yesterday. All this information came out. That booklet that you gave everybody, that takes 6 months to do.
But it was only given to us on January the 7th.
You allowed him to come in here. You allowed them to come in here in Buffalo to do this. You should have told us, the taxpayers, that was going on. You had a civil engineer here, right? You had somebody that knows mechanics, said he has fixed stuff. You had people locally that you could give jobs to help him and to help everybody here that pays taxes and pays your salary. What, 18 to 49,000 is what you all can kind of make? That's our money. That's our money. And honestly, you all you're in violation of your oath of office for the information that you have kept from us and the business deal that you're trying to do behind the scenes. These people would 6 months ago and done this, if they didn't have the information, if somebody didn't call them. They don't just go to places and say, hey, I'm going to look into your stuff.
That's where you're wrong, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, sir, I'm not.
Well,
Somebody said something to them, leave them to the law.
Yep.
They've approached
They're
every
the problem.
county in West Virginia. They're expanding. They've approached.
And you know why they're expanding?
Yeah, but that's,
They're a global entity. They're going to.
that's the problem we have now with our power. We got one power company, Appalachian. Amen. We're gonna end up with one water company, American, and they're gonna raise these bills so high. Because, you know, in Logan County, 23.6% of Logan County are in poverty level. Poverty level, that's about a 2022 census. Now, I done my homework. 2,138 people in this county live on SSI. How in the hell can they pay $600 electric bill and end up paying a $200 water bill?
And now you gotta hope guys and
You wanna know why people won't move to Logan? Why the population's dying out?
Logan PSD just secured, what, $9.5 million, correct? How come you haven't tried to secure a grant, federally or state, to support him and to fix it? Because if they can't, you can't.
We have applied for every grant, for every loan, for everything. We have taken the ARPA money and applied that to the PSDs. Every bit of your money goes to the PSDs. Oh, I can show you the numbers. I see them every day. Every bit of the ARPA money except for $2 million. All your ARPA money went to the PSDs.
If I may say something, and I appreciate you allowing me to speak. You know, my bill went from $56 to $73 for water and sewer. Because, now granted, nobody's ever happy to see their bill go up, for any reason. Nobody. I can tell you that I am not opposed to having, like was mentioned before, a little raise to keep it local. Folks, I work with the hospital, and I talk to people in insurance every single day. You might think that's irrelevant, but I can tell you it's so hard to even get to a person in these insurance companies. I would much rather have our local PSD folks to talk to and see our locals be the one who's getting the money, not someone that American Water's bringing in. I mean, I don't think most people here mind the thought so much of having to take a small raise.
We did a small raise, $5 a month, 2 years ago. Do you know the pushback we got for that? It was awful. It was awful.
You're going to at first. Mine went up more than $5. Mine went up 14.
But
if you look at
here's my
people
point.
correctly, this is the opposition. You're looking at American Water, or we can raise the bill a little bit, because truly, a lot of people never knew about this till the last 2 days. So they were knocking $5. They'd be like, okay, if it keeps the water here and we keep this company out and we can talk to our people, okay, I can deal with $5.
It's going to be more than $5. It has been kept artificially low for a long time. We all know that. We have been able to have artificially low water and sewer
But local is still better. I think
we're not disagreeing with you. None of us are disagreeing with you.
No, I'm just saying.
Not one.
Just to keep it here.
Also,
we would rather have
this information, if we'd have just said no, I think that's doing a disservice to my general public. If they'd have come to us and brought this to us and we said no and threw it in the trash, you all need to know about it. This is why we brought it to you. It would have been wrong on our, it may have taken them 6 months to do their due diligence, but we got this January 7th.
But again,
and it came to you. Do you all want to sell it or not? That's the only thing we need to know.
We don't.
No. So then, the amount of, then you have to work with us to get the rates where it needs to be. I trust these gentlemen at the PSDs that they know what they're doing. I'm not going in there and trying to run their water company and their sewer company. I don't know anything about it. I trust them to do the right thing. If they say we have to have a $50 increase, I believe them.
It's a lot.
I know it's a lot. I know, but I'm not saying it I'm saying, these guys are gonna figure out how much it needs to be, not me. I don't know.
I would pay a double bill.
When you get a monopoly on a utility company like Appalachian,
I
and
agree.
now we've got Hope.
I agree,
And now
absolutely.
we've got Hope
Can I say
Gas
one
that's
more
come in
thing?
and bought everything.
We're agreeing with you. I absolutely agree with you.
We need competition on this stuff.
Absolutely.
But not our water, we need to own our water.
Brandon, you have a question?
Yes, I appreciate everything you guys have put in front of us. I am a Logan County resident. I also run a couple of businesses that experience a lot of problems with infrastructure and having power and water and things. Me and you talk about that all day long. I would pay a double bill to keep it
I believe
centralized
every one of you.
and to keep it local.
I believe every one of you,
To
when
keep it
given
local.
the information, would pay what was necessary
To keep
to keep our water systems.
Because
I
here's the
believe
thing, I don't know anybody else in this room, except for just a few that I am related to. But I was out of the country 2 years ago, and I got a phone call from our PSD. Hey, your water, you ran 1,000 gallons. You've had a busted water line. We sent somebody down there, we shut it off at the main. We'll work with you when you get back, get it fixed, we'll subsidize the bill. You're not gonna get that with an outsourced local firm, and you're not gonna get the help. Good luck to you and your assets and your home.
So, let me ask you all something. They're gonna give us a proposal. We happen to agree. We do not want to get rid of our utilities. We do not want to lose our control. If they offer us some garnacious amount, should we take it?
No.
What if it's
Money's
50?
not everything in this world.
What else do you want in your county?
We want to own our own water system.
Do you want anything else?
If you can't run the water and the infrastructure of water, then you're done.
So what if they come in here and offer us $50 million? What would you do with it? What would you do with it? Is there something there?
Hey, would you take that 50 million and split it up with all of us to help pay our water bill?
That's an option.
All right, folks, hold up. It's getting out of hand. Come on. Look, yes, ma'am, you have raised your hand numerous times, please.
But anyway, has anybody looked into that company? Have you all done any research on that company?
We have.
This is what's made
She
me
said no, and they
sick.
said no.
Boone County had that, their kids got sick, there's people that got their skin burnt, there's people that has not had water for months and months. What's gonna happen to our county?
Okay.
If they brought that here?
I got you. So let me try to answer what, in a large answer, to kind of quell the concerns that you folks have. I'm going to tell you one more time. We've said it repeatedly. We said it when we had the meeting at Man High School's auditorium. We have no desire to sell. No desire to sell. I don't know how to be any more clear about that. Okay, I get it. Mine as well, ma'am.
You might as well count Logan County out.
I understand that. And we're,
What you all want?
Did we just not say we did?
I don't know how to get, it's like we're not getting through to
We
you.
did not want to sell the water company. We just said that.
We hear that you have no desire. We also just want to say you have no obligation to sell.
Absolutely.
You're correct,
No
sir.
obligation to sell.
You're absolutely right.
I'll tell you something else. We are the largest water company, are we not, William? Our Logan County PSD is one of the largest in the state, right? One of the largest. It's valuable. It is a valuable asset to our county.
But when you said we're not working with the federal vault, senators, when you said they come up for $50 million, what should we do? That means we can be bought.
No.
Sir,
Not me.
she asked you, what would you all do with it?
I can't think of one thing
here's,
We have to show you the option. You know, if we didn't
Say that
show
in the
this to
microphone.
you, you would have said, you have no transparency. We're trying to be transparent. We're showing you what we got. That's what we're doing. We didn't say we want to sell it. We say, look, hey guys, they've offered you money for your water company. You want to
what do you
sell
want
it?
to do?
That's it.
Okay, so you voiced your opinion. I don't understand the anger in the whole thing.
Because you keep bringing it up about selling it. We don't want it sold.
We understand.
We can't get you
So
that.
where
We can't get you to say, as of today, we're not selling Logan County PSD.
I'm gonna let Mr. Porter say his closing comments.
Thank you.
See, you can't answer. You can't answer. Y'all can't answer.
So, it sounds like you're committed not to selling, we're committed not to selling. Why don't you just vote not to sell and then there it is?
Let's do it tonight. Let's do it now. Let's get it.
We would have to consult with legal counsel.
If not, let's have a special election in the whole county vote. Not just you three people vote, the whole county.
Mr. Turner?
I would like to say something. That's okay.
I'll tell you what.
Let's let Eric speak.
I want to start off by saying that I came into this situation as it was already in progress when I assumed office. I want to make it clear that I am not in favor of selling our business. My concern is if we sell to an outside company, we lose control over our rates. We are not three separate parts of the county, Chapmanville, Logan, and Man. We are one county united. When one part of the county is struggling, we come together to lift each other up. Together we'll find the right path forward. We owe it to the people we serve to look at every aspect that we can to save our PSDs and keep them under control. This ensures that we maintain oversight of customer service and rates, keeping them reasonable and fair for everyone. As an elected official, I hear your concerns loud and clear. You're the reason I'm here. Thank you.
So, at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion? Do I have a motion?
Second.
We are adjourned.
You guys are good. I love it. It's America. Freedom of speech, expression. Quite lively, wasn't it?
Got me walking across that whole place. Not the whole place. Not the whole place. Oh, what's that? Good job holding them. I tried to. I was like, I got to face this lady now. I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, trying to, yeah. You know where it goes, right? Melissa? Melissa!
Hey, I clicked stop recording. What do I hit anything else? What about that? Stop streaming.